of meters. The blonde began to try to get up from the ground and catch his breath. The racer could not get up and said that now everything was not as before and his endurance had completely dropped. The old man looked down and said that it was as if he was exhausted. The centaur raised his head up. He looked away and stopped for a few seconds. On this field some time ago his daughter met a guy. She seemed incredibly happy. The man tried to get up, gathering his strength into a fist, and thought that he knew very well who she really loved, but he could not ignore tradition just because she was his daughter. Horse ass accelerated while the hero ran after him and thought that they should protect their spirit and thought that he would take a break. Lloyd ran up to him, all red and exhausted, and he thought that this had to be done while he was gone. The centaur screamed again at the top of his lungs like a car. He again began to rush at full speed, breaking away from his opponent, and thought that he would prove his abilities to everyone. His fellow tribesmen were waiting for him at the other end. The boy with the mohawk pointed his finger into the distance and said that they were there. Sharon looked at what was happening with wild surprise. The guy standing next to her looked at it too. Their kinsman and the human were running on equal terms. The man in sunglasses gritted his teeth and tried to go all the way, but Lloyd was of the same opinion and was sweating all over. Behind all these half-human faces stood Xavier and kept a meaningful silence. Their leader was in front and everyone said that it should be so. The swordsman looked at it and thought that Kim had little mana. He continued to watch him suffer and thought that this man must have found a way to win, and his depleted mana was always restored with an explosion. And then the system suggested using the Energizer skill. But the hero had already gone crazy and was screaming all the time about new breath in the end. The messenger tried to call him, but it was useless. The Count's son ran as fast as he could and, sweating, screamed about breath in the end. Xavier looked at him in surprise and thought about new breath. The hero and the leader ran level and both did not want a dirty game. The protagonist opened his eyes and thought that it was so hard for him that he was ready to die and did not understand why this old man did not fall. The old man rushed forward and his back was visible. Hooves moved one after another, but suddenly he began to fall sharply.